All right, Daniel. No Jewish winner this season.
My microphone went out. Sorry.
All right, all right. Yeah, no Jewish winner. But I mean, look, it's really difficult to be invested.
Why?
I'm watching it. I'm often entertained.
Your winner pick is still in the game.
I like some of the people, but winner picks don't matter. Like, I don't understand
Since
how
when?
there even are podcasts about Survivor anymore.
What are you talking about?
Because there's it,
I love listening to Rob and Steven talk about the strategy of Survivor.
but I don't
Survivor Know It
understand.
Alls is one of my favorite podcasts of all time.
It used to be one of mine.
I love Survivor Know It Alls.
Yeah, no, I get it. Like, there was a time when a podcast about survivor strategy was very relevant and necessary and fun to listen to if you're a fan of the game and the show. But I just don't. The show is entirely about strategy now, but none of the strategy matters
Okay, fair.
because it's
Matters a
all
little bit.
twists. So I don't even know what I'm watching.
I'm sure they had
Like,
talked all about how Shan went to Ricard with the idea and then Ricard flipped it on her. And they were like, if only Shan never told Ricard.
yeah, I guess, but like, they could only do that vote if Deshaun fails the do or die pick.
Was that that? I
I,
think that was the next round with Liana, though.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's too
I
much.
forgot the do or die.
I have never seen a a group of people that created a game less confident in their own game. It's insane.
But they
Like
nailed it. Like,
when I was a kid, I had Monopoly X-Men.
okay.
Okay. And instead of like Park Place or whatever, you'd buy like Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters or whatever. And instead of a thimble, you'd be Cyclops. All
Cool.
right. So, but it was Monopoly. All that was changed was the theme.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
And
that used
that's
to
what
be this show.
that's exactly what I'm saying. That's what Survivor used to be. It was a really well designed game that you could just run and run and run. And you
New
just change the
cast.
location and you change the cast. And then they got away with stopping changing the location, and it was still good.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I have never, I can't, do they not think the show's good?
I think that they do. I think that's why they keep changing it. They're like, ooh, people like when we change stuff. So we're
No,
gonna
do
keep
they?
changing stuff. I don't think so. But I think that's what they think. Jeff always talks about the people on the streets. He's always like, I talked to this guy on the street. He told me, hey, I really like what you did with this one thing.
He's
So
not
he just
talking to
keeps doing it.
anybody
That's what
on
he
the
says,
street.
though. It's always like his go-to
He's
thing.
out here fucking. Who's that dude?
Tyler
Who's
Perry, Mike White.
no? He's married to some famous person's ex-wife.
I don't know. Hey
Look it up.
Siri, who is Jeff Probst married to?
Jeff Probst's wife is Lisa Ann Russell.
Jeff Probst, Lisa Ann Russell,
I
Kurt
don't Google.
Russell, maybe Kurt
No,
Russell.
it's not Kurt Russell.
All
Google
right, I'll
Lisa Ann
Google
Russell.
Lisa Ann
I
Russell.
promise you, she was married to some random celebrity.
Okay.
And because I always think about that, like, wow, Jeff Probst and that guy are Eskimo twins.
Mark Paul Gosselaar,
There you go. Yeah, yeah,
Zach
yeah.
Morris.
That's amazing. I
Yeah,
love that fact.
that is
Uh,
awesome.
but I don't think he's talking to anybody. I just don't. I can't imagine why they would do this.
I think they get positive. They must get positive feedback.
Well, it's not coming from this guy.
Me either.
Listen, I'm a guy who watched the first season of Survivor when it aired. All right. And then when it was over, they put the second season opposite Friends. Okay. And Friends was one of my favorite shows at the time. I was like, oh God, am I gonna like set a VHS to record season two of Survivor? And then I was like, you know what? I'm not a big reality TV guy. No
You mean
one
a
was at that
VCR?
time. Yeah, yeah. What did I say?
VHS, I think.
Well, that's the same thing.
What's the? Oh, I'm thinking of DVR. My bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I ultimately didn't watch the second season of Survivor because I was like, well,
No point. You
I've
saw
seen
it.
Survivor. I
You
saw
saw it.
what it is. You know, Richard Hatch, that's my winner.
He's the guy. He won it.
And he'll always be the guy that won Survivor to me.
Mhm.
And then when I got back into Survivor, when this guy Brad at my job lent me the Australian Outback on DVD, and then Pearl Islands.
What year was that?
I was like probably 25. I was
Okay.
going through a breakup. I was really miserable. And I got into this habit where what I would do is I would stay home every Saturday night for months.
Mhm.
And I would start the next season of Survivor. I would watch the first 5 episodes in a row. And I would order a Domino's pizza and eat the entire thing. And I would buy a bottle of Jameson and I would drink like
That was
half.
the routine.
That was the routine for months.
That seems unhealthy.
And then I would finish the season by the next Saturday and I would start the next season. So I watched
Okay.
Australian Outback, then Pearl Islands, and then I started going in order.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I was
Yeah.
like,
So this was like 2011, right? You got into around Redemption Island.
it was.
2010,
I'll
2011?
tell you exactly when it was. I watched it while Redemption Island was airing because the first season I watched week to week was South Pacific.
Right. That's right. SOPA, people call it.
Yeah, and watching Redemption Island like that way was amazing because it felt like I was watching the series finale of Survivor.
Yeah, Boston
It's
and
like
Rob finally
Russell
did it.
versus Rob.
Yeah.
You know, it was like amazing.
That is
Um,
incredible.
But anyway, fucking, I was wrong, obviously, in
Mm.
my initial,
It
analysis.
was a good show. Yeah, they could do it again and again.
It's a show you could do in perpetuity, basically. You know, it's not like they do one season of football and then it's like, well, we've
You're
done
like,
the
I
football.
saw football.
Yeah.
I saw it. They did it, and
I-
the Packers won.
Right. I guess the Packers are the Super Bowl champions.
That's
They'll always be
hilarious.
the champions in my book. But I love it. You could just run it. It's so weird. It's like if all of a sudden in like the guys who invented basketball were like, I'm bored.
You don't have to dribble anymore.
yeah.
There's really no point in dribbling.
And there's only 3 quarters.
There's 3 quarters, and the goal is as tall as you are.
Yeah. And there's a second net above the first net. And if you make that one, you get 6 bonus shots.
Okay, 7, but if it goes through both nets, if it goes to the top net and the bottom net,
Mhm.
this is a good rule, actually.
No, of course it's not. Of course it's not.
Yeah.
There's these games. The reason games have longevity is that they are perfect. There's
Mhm.
nothing you can do to improve on baseball except to make it the games faster.
Well, they had those
That-
cool new bats. Have you seen that?
The torpedo bats.
They improved it
Yeah,
there.
I know.
So.
Yeah, but that's equipment. That's not, you can argue the hidden immunity idol. That's equipment.
Well, they've done that a lot this season. We have the do or die. That's that new equipment. We have the new knowledge is power. We have a steal a vote, an extra vote.
It's different rules that you cannot improve on hockey. You cannot improve on basketball. You cannot improve on football. That's the reason they've been so successful all these years. Survivor has had tens of millions of viewers. I don't know why they feel they need to reinvent the wheel. I can sit here and watch season 41 and we can talk. You can go through the episodes and I'll tell you, yeah, I thought that was funny. I thought that was a bad move. I thought, I like that character. We learned that Ricard, not only does he have a pregnant husband, he's also hard of hearing, and he wants to be the first ever hard of hearing winner.
I knew you would poke at that he said that. You always say
I
that.
honestly, when he said that, I wanted to fight him.
Wow.
Like, like I really did. I wanted to like beat him up, and I don't get that impulse that often.
Okay.
But anyway,
My favorite, learning about Danny's father. That was my favorite part.
That was
His dad
great.
died.
That was great. Listen, there's plenty to be mined from the characters. Putting a bunch of people on a fucking island and asking them to survive outside is inherently compelling. Okay. But what they used to have was a really well designed game.
But they knew what was going to happen and they knew the rules. Here they don't even know.
What do you mean
rules.
they knew that was? Oh, you mean the people
Like,
that are there?
They knew the game they were playing.
Yeah.
No,
Now
they
it's
don't.
just like, well, drop the 4, keep the 1 means like we can do anything. Nothing matters. And like they've fucked up in the past. Like, we in season 7, Pearl Islands is an incredible season, marred by the Outcast twist.
I don't care that much.
I don't care that much in hindsight. Like, I could watch it now and it doesn't bother me. But like, there's a reason they never did that twist again, because it's not fair.
Right. Well, they did have. I mean, we have Redemption Island and Exile, or not
so
Exile.
fine.
Island.
You can throw me one thing a season. Whether I don't know. They were already pushing it with like Ghost Island, but now it's not even recognizably the show that I like.
Right. But I guess the difference with the challenge is it's always been a different thing, right? So we don't care as much because every season's like a new show. The rules are completely different on the challenge every time. Sometimes the winner chooses this. Sometimes it's the loser that goes in.
Not
sometimes
true.
It's the house
there's a basic framework though. There's the daily challenge, and then some kind of a vote, and then an arena.
Right.
That's a basic.
Well, that's tribal
framework.
council. We have an immunity challenge, and then we have a tribal council. That's always been Survivor.
Okay, but then you have to do the same thing every tribal council. You can't just decide like, all right, this time we're
live
doing
tribal
2 tribal councils with 2 different groups of people. This time, the loser of the challenge has
but
to.
That's been a thing forever. Like in Heroes versus Villains, we have like the double.
I know they do it like once, but it is pre-merge.
Oh, okay.
This
was too. We faked the merge. We just had a late merge.
It is not. It's a fucking merge. They're calling them Vakaganda or whatever.
You're right. I meant to write it down and bring it up, but I didn't. That's more an RHAP thing. They care about the merge name. He had like whole like.
I remember he ranked them like best to worst,
and he had like rules for it. You can't like double use the word.
I couldn't. By the way,
don't merge.
I've never agreed together more with Rob on anything than his rules for the post merge.
Don't call it America.
Well, that's the worst one ever.
Shout out the Worlds Apart.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. No, it is cool though. The third winner was Jewish. Ethan.
Well, why are you bringing that up?
Well, because we started with the whole Jewish thing, like because Evie and Liana were both voted out.
Right. I've always admired the diversity of winners in the early seasons of Survivor. That you have a gay guy in the first season, like before they were putting gay people on TV. Really?
Did they even know he was gay though on the show?
Oh yeah.
That was a thing. Oh, he gets gay. Yeah.
Rudy kept calling him queer.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. We have a gay guy the first season.
An old Southern lady.
She's not that old. She's like 41.
You're right. I'm sorry.
She's
really not that old.
That's crazy. The third season is a Jewish guy. The fourth season is a black woman, a religious black woman. The fifth season is a morally bankrupt piece of shit white man.
Yeah.
The sixth season is the youngest woman on the cast.
Sorority girl. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's at the seventh season is she Mexican?
Oh no.
I was gonna say Latina.
Oh no.
I don't believe that she's Mexican.
Oh no. Sorry.
I want to say she's Puerto Rican.
Oh, sorry. Puerto Rican. Yep. You're totally right.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
some Mexican.
Well, honestly, I watched a funny video this morning where that was a joke in the video. So I think that's
okay.
possibly why I said that.
All right, sounds hilarious.
It was funny.
But look at that. That's 7 straight seasons with a completely different character type winning. That's awesome. That
Amber's sort of Jenna.
Amber's sort of Jenna. Exactly. That breaks it up.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. You're right. Completely agree. Maybe in the 40s we'll all get all new winners. Let's take a look.
Yeah. The first Hard of Hearing winner.
Exactly. We'll keep the train rolling.
I don't believe he is Hard of Hearing.
You think he made it up? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
No.
People are
You can
so
tell.
obsessed with having an identity now, and he has about 17 of them.
I'm hard
I
of hearing.
think.
Do you know that? I'm
Are you
colorblind.
really? What?
No, I'm not either of those things.
Oh my
I should have
God,
just kept going.
That is hilarious.
Uh,
I thought you were joking about the Hard of Hearing, but telling the truth about the colorblind.
No. But I think Cochran and Adam Klein are the only other Jewish winners, by the way.
Cochran's Jewish.
Yeah, and yep,
I guess that makes sense.
and Adam Klein.
Adam Klein, who I don't like, but I guess shout out.
And if he didn't win, I guess
Judaism.
Hannah would have won that season, right? And she was Jewish too. Hannah Shapiro.
Oh, I loved Hannah Shapiro.
Hannah was awesome. Yeah, she was one of my favorite RHAP guests for a while.
I wish I was making out with her right now.
You have a girlfriend, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, don't tell her I said that. She'll never listen to this. Yeah,
She will though. Whenever you guys,
I don't even know that she listens to the main show anymore. I think she pretends to.
Wow.
But sometimes I'll reference something I said, and I feel like she doesn't know what I'm talking about.
You probably don't know what show you're talking about though.
No, I'm telling you. I
You know?
feel like she stopped listening to the main show, and I'll tell you why. I think she gets jealous when I say someone's hot,
Oh, you probably shouldn't
and
do
it
that. Then.
bothers her.
But you continue to do it.
I'm not gonna change who I am, bro.
Oh, that's good for you. Good for you. What if
Whatever.
when you guys get to the 40s and she does watch this season, she listens to this podcast and she's like, "Oh my goodness,
She'll never listen to this.
we were deep into the relationship at this."
She
point.
hates Survivor. I feel like she's powering through it because I want to watch it.
Aren't you watching it for her?
What?
You're watching it for her. You're going back and watching it for her, and she's watching it for you.
Well,
So neither of you want to be watching it.
I think it's that's a little bit true.
You're both just
But
like sitting there. Like,
I think it started as like, let me watch it. Like let me show her the show, and then I got into watching the old seasons. So now, like, I'm kind of just watching. Like,
Are
I
you gonna
feel like
skip
if
any of them?
I told her, like, just let me know if you want to fucking stop. We skipped Thailand, but she says she wants to keep going. I think she's lying. But if she did do that, if she told me she wanted to stop, I think I'd keep watching.
Wow, you're that into it,
Yeah, it's fun, at least up to a point.
right?
Or maybe I'd skip a few and watch, because like what I really want to watch is like,
I'm surprised you didn't just pick up. Well, if she quit, just start with Fiji, because you already went through Cook Islands with Surviving Survivor.
no, I think I'd go even further. I've seen like China and Micronesia lots of times. I think maybe I'd like start with Russell.
Okay, that's good. How many times have you seen Tocantins though? That's a really good season.
A few. I've seen like Gabon and Tocantins. I've revisited those seasons a lot.
I saw a photo a few weeks ago on Twitter of Erin Lobdell. People were like,
Mhm.
"Get her on to 50." I couldn't agree more with that.
Looking good.
Oh no, it was like it was like her on the.
Oh, I
show.
fucking love Erin Lobdell. I can't believe she never played a second time.
Yeah, if randomly Erin Lobdell just was on Survivor 50, I would probably want her to win.
Yeah.
She was so huge for me for like 5 years of my life. Anyway, we'll get into the episodes.
Fine. I have to leave in 40 minutes. So you got 40
All right.
minutes to take me through 3 episodes of Survivor. I thought that was a fun way to start the show, though. A little discussion of the macro.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. We mentioned the Hard of Hearing. I guess we don't have to get into any of that. We split the tribes up again, as you alluded to. We have 2 groups: Danny, Deshaun, Liana, Evie, and Xander in one group, and the other group: Ricard, Shan, Erica, Heather. And it looked like Nasir was in the middle, but Nasir got voted out. They did the Rob Sesternino thing. They voted out the swing vote. The
Yeah.
Christy
Yeah.
Smith move. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
I,
it is the Christy Smith move.
yeah.
Now she was hard of hearing.
She actually was. Yeah.
Mhm.
This guy is too. I believe him. Did you like during the challenge Liana's thing? Like, look at Xander's face. I hate his face. Fuck Xander. I think I'm right.
No,
Like,
because Liana's fucking worthless, and I like Xander. My two favorite people on the whole season are Xander and
Deshaun.
Danny.
Okay, Danny. I like Deshaun too.
Deshaun, he's so all over the place. Like I feel like he's unconfident in himself.
It's tough when you're next to Danny.
But I feel
too
like
if
he's
I was hanging out with
probably
Danny
that
all the
way
time.
in life. I feel like he doesn't have a lot of riz.
He's a doctor,
Um,
right?
Is he?
I think he was telling us like the 3 Ds my dad taught me, and then I became a doctor. That's what pushed
Yeah.
me to become a doctor. So I think he's
And
just
then
been
other than
busy in the
those-
books the last few years. Hasn't really.
Yeah, that makes sense. That
Yeah,
makes sense. Yeah. But another than those two is Shan and Evie, but they're gone now.
true. That's true. Erica, you fan of Erica?
I think she's all right.
Yeah, I'm liking Erica. I like that thing she did, like the split
Erica
vote.
looks a little bit like that girl that at my job that called me old.
Oh, really? Does that make you not like Erica?
Not really. And she's more attractive and older, so it's okay.
Okay. Erica's like 30, which you wouldn't
Yeah.
think. It's pretty old. I mean,
Well,
like,
we've said that, Asian don't crack. Rubina, she was 36.
oh yeah, she was old. She was old too.
Mhm.
Asian, I never heard that before. Asian don't crack.
Well, they say black don't crack, but
Right.
Asian don't either.
I never knew.
I can't believe you have not even commented that I shaved my mustache.
Well, sometimes I don't. If I don't know.
This
like,
is the
if it's a
first
visual
time
thing.
since video
Is that true?
that I haven't had a mustache.
Wow. I have like a little beard, sort of. I don't have a mustache either. I mean, I do, but not. It's not like the main attraction. You look great, D-Train. No
Thank you.
mustache. You can grow it back. He's got.
Yes.
He does have a little soul patch going though.
I don't. It's just the way my fucking face grows.
It's just the shadow.
Yeah.
You do a little bit.
Well, yeah, of course, but I have a little bit everywhere.
You should do the only soul patch
Only soul patch? No way. You wouldn't
just
catch
for one
me dead.
episode,
Fine.
just so we can have the image of it. That'd be great.
Next time we have Tim on.
Okay, we don't really know when that is. No plans to do that. Maybe Hubie Halloween 5.0,
Yeah.
6.0, whatever.
Yeah.
But all right, so this challenge was you had like your hands up by your head, and it was for beef stew. So Erica won for her group, and then Xander won for his group, and he won the whole challenge. So his group gets beef stew.
Jeff was very weird about the beef stew, just like he was last week with the grilled cheese.
Beef stew.
Yeah, I don't. What
Grilled
the fuck?
cheese. I liked Xander. Like, you really undersold that beef stew. That was such
Yeah,
a good beef
that was
stew.
hilarious.
Xander's so funny to me. And in that confessional where he's like digesting, he's like,
Yeah.
sorry, I gotta digest my beef stew. Beef stew is so funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, we
Beef stew's good. You ever have some beef stew? Throw some
Not-
beans in there.
not in many years, but
Mm.
sure.
Mm-mm.
You know what I don't like is now I'm forgetting what it's called.
Chili?
No, it's just like the big fucking slab of meat. Like
Steak?
no, it's like I don't even know what it's called. Roast beef.
I love a roast beef.
I hate a roast beef.
A roast beef sandwich. I love a roast beef sandwich. You know what you put on there? People,
What?
this is a trick people don't know
Pickles.
about. No.
What?
Horseradish sauce on a roast beef sandwich.
I don't
That
know
is
if I've ever had that
delicious.
once in my life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'll take your word for it. But I don't like roast beef, so now I'm having two things I'm unsure about.
I'll
Maybe
think
two
of something
things you're
else you
unsure
can.
about.
I'll think of
you're sure
something
about.
else you can. Good point. I'll think of something else you could try some horseradish sauce on.
Okay. Horseradish sauce.
Yeah, horseradish, that's a completely different thing. If I buy matzah,
Yeah.
I buy horseradish, slather the matzah and horseradish. That's delightful. But
Mm.
horseradish sauce, is its own little gimmick.
Didn't know there was a sauce.
It's white. Looks like cum.
Okay, very cool. I thought this move was crazy. There's a part where Liana's like, I want to vote out Evie, but Xander might play his idol on Evie. So I'm gonna go to Xander and say, hey, give me your idol, just so I know that you're more trustworthy. What kind of leverage did she have there to propose he give her his idol?
I don't know. There's all kinds of weird shit like that this season. Like Ricard at one point was like, "I want to play." He goes to Shan, "I want to play your idol on someone." She's like, "I'll do it."
The extra
And
vote,
he's like,
yeah.
"But you won't do it."
She's like, yeah, I will. I'll do it. Yeah, people just think they own other people's stuff for some reason. It's the weirdest thing. And
This entitled generation.
I know. Yeah, everyone wants the trophy. I saw there's a new Netflix Comp Beast show, The $1 Million Secret, hosted by Peter
really?
Serafinowicz.
I haven't heard of this at all.
Oh shit. They've been releasing 3 episodes at a time. I've been watching it.
Yeah, how is it? What's it like?
It's like The Traders. Like one person's given a briefcase of $1 million and they have to keep it a secret from the other people. But you can like give it up at a certain point. You can be like, I don't want it this like I'll take it back later in the game. And like someone just like gave it up. I didn't know you could do that. Anyway. So Ricard wants Nasir out. He puts the plan together. They conflict over the extra vote. We see Tiffany as a juror. Do you like that? Juror Tiffany.
A massive bug landed on her.
That was a cool edit too.
That was insane.
When Heather was like, "Give me an idol from the sky," and then the bug fell.
Zoop.
That was huge.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of bug that was.
That was terrifying. I would not have reacted as well as Tiffany.
She was just like, and you got to be quiet on the jury, so she was just like,
no, that I wouldn't have been able to do that. I genuinely would have been like, ah!
I think they would have been like, it's fine. Like they wouldn't have held it against you, you know?
I think so too, but still.
I mean, what would they do, you know? But we play the extra vote. I think just out of caution, like to do a tie vote. It's Nasir versus Heather. And then we vote Nasir out. And then everyone comes in. They're like, whoa, Nasir, you had
everything's a fucking tie vote this season, too.
A lot of tie votes.
I feel like I'm watching Go Wrong.
I knew you were going to say something like that. Yeah.
Tie. Did I get the season right?
Yeah. Nice. But he was on a few. He game changer.
I know. But truly a game changer.
He had Mark the Chicken, remember? And he was the first Sia award winner. He really did change.
That's right.
In terms of that. I think she was a big Mark the Chicken fan, so she gave him I think because of that.
I got a few Sia songs on my playlist.
What's Chandelier?
Yeah.
What else is there?
Titanium.
Oh, that's going.
Elastic Heart.
Okay. Cheap Thrills.
I don't have that one, but maybe I should. That's all right. I have Breathe Me, which is the song that they play at the end of the 6 Feet Under finale.
Okay. Unstoppable?
No.
Oh, she has one called Snowman.
I think I might be out. I think that's all of them.
Okay. She's really good. What a beautiful voice.
Love Sia. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll say see you later to Nasir, right? Oh, wait, he's actually on the next tribal council.
Nasir later.
Oh, I like that a lot. Nasir later. But we come in and we're like, Nasir, why don't you play your idol? Damn, Nasir, that sucks for you. And he's on the jury like, I don't know.
It really is amazing
so
that there are 17 idols in the game and people are still not playing them. Like Nasir and Shan go home with idols. That's ridiculous.
And when like at the point where your tribe is split up and now there are 6 people or 5 people, just play your idol.
Yeah, what are you doing? What are you holding on to?
Hope you can find it the next day.
Yeah, by the way, yeah, if you play an idol, you're gonna find one an hour later.
Well, that's nighttime. I don't know if they go hide it at nighttime.
They hide it right at camp now.
Yeah, those beware advantages.
Yeah.
Xander, by the way, holds on, doesn't play his idol, but they don't vote him out. They vote out Evie.
Yeah.
Xander like still has his idol at the end of all these episodes.
It's true.
He's a baller. He doesn't play that thing for anything. So see you later, Evie. Were you sad?
Yeah, of course. Like Evie. I was disappointed by that.
Same.
But yeah, it felt like Evie and Shan going home were like the first time this season like big players were leaving.
I think that that's actually true. which is weird. I
Mm.
I feel like Evie was like a victim of circumstance. I feel like she never really we
Everyone's a
never
victim
saw
of
the
circumstance.
potential.
Evie could be a good player in a regular season of Survivor.
Yeah.
This season, you can't judge people on how they play. It's nonsense.
Some you can. There are
No.
winners. There are winners in this new era that are some of the best players I've seen.
Then something's got to change because I can't imagine that from this season. Like to me, it does not matter to me who wins this season, and I would not be able to rank them against
You don't
previous winners.
I think Shan showed skills in this season to make me put her in like the top 50 players of all time.
That's fine.
I think you can
if
do
you
a little
want
projection with people. Be like if you run
yeah,
the
but
season
why
with
do
this
I? Why
person
should
100
I have
times.
to do projection? Like I'm watching the show. I'd like to see how they would do on the show
It's a
I'm
great point.
watching.
I would love that too, but that's not really what we get anymore. But I mean, we do that with Big Brother players too. Like I do. Like if I were to run a season 100 times with this player, how many times would they do well or win? That's sort of how I think about it.
I know we
And I
talked
think
about
Shan would
that
do
with
really
like
well.
Hayden.
Hayden would win a
Uh,
lot of seasons.
yeah. No, Shan's great. Shan's a. You could tell she like.
She's so manipulative and charming.
My whole thing has always been like, do they have a brain for the game, and do they have the social skills to pull off what's in their brain?
And the
And
cutthroatness to want to do it too.
absolutely, and I think Shan's got all those tools.
And she's
But
charming. She makes people love her. Think about like Jeannie and JD, like all those guys on
she
that
does
early tribe.
overplay though. I mean, she did
The
not
new era.
manage her relationship with Ricard well.
I think that she did. I think he was just thinking strategy. He's not a guy that cares about the relationship.
I guess she did get Liana to like fall in love with her. Like
Yeah.
Liana was basically like fucking our relationship is more important than $1 million. She's like at fucking summer camp.
Yeah. I think Shan has like cult leader like tendencies a little bit. I think she could do
Well,
it.
I think
She
that
tried.
helps in Survivor, like the whole cult of personality thing.
Absolutely.
I mean, Rob definitely has that. That was his whole game.
Mhm.
But yeah, look, all the respect in the world to Shan, and I think Evie, you put her on, Survivor token teams, she could do quite well. But like,
Well, nobody was beating JT and Steven.
I know, just as an example, put her on fucking,
Gabon.
Philippines. Yeah,
Philippines.
Gabon.
Yeah. Well, nobody was
But
beating Denise and Malcolm.
Leave me alone.
Like Malcolm better be on Survivor 50. Remember what happened to him on like Game Changers, where like JT like played an idol, or there was like a double tribal and Sierra Don Thomas flipped. There was like some weird shit. Or, like
Honestly,
Brad Cole.
no.
Yeah, I feel like I don't either. I feel like I started to remember and then I completely forgot what. But he was screwed in that season. Got to get Malcolm back.
Oh, Malcolm's great.
One of my favorites ever.
Those first two seasons, Philippines and Caramoan, Malcolm's a fucking legend.
He was like Colby when Colby first showed up. It was like, wow, we have a freaking superstar on the show. Right
But
now.
like a better player.
Oh, no question about that. All right, Gabby's gone. Tribes come back together. Erica says the title of the episode, "Baby with a Machine Gun," talking about Shan with her idol. She says she's a baby with a machine gun.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was gonna be a Xander line because he had the one. It's like juggling chainsaws.
I feel like
This
he's
seemed
had
like
like
that.
every fucking title. They had to
Yeah.
give someone else a chance.
Yeah, well, we may as well. Xander's too good. It's not his fault. There was a weird part where Deshaun goes off with Erica to like talk some strategy, and Shan's like, "What was that about?" And Deshaun, I thought, did a terrible job explaining. He was like, it was something about working with Xander or something. I don't know what it was."
Deshaun
That was
doesn't
awful.
Deshaun doesn't think off the cuff well.
No, that was pretty embarrassing for him. But he starts crying to Shan. He says, "Do I do it for the culture or do I do it for me?"
Culture.
I've got student loans, student debts I gotta pay.
Do it for you.
Do it for you. Yeah.
What
I
are
feel
we
like-
doing?
I feel like Shan's reply.
What for the culture?
That's a
Listen,
big question.
fair, but in what way is a black person winning the first season of Survivor: The New Era going to affect
But they're
any
going to do a
change?
final four of the black people. That will do a change.
I don't think so.
We don't know because we didn't see it happen.
But I mean,
The world is still shit because we never saw a final four on Survivor of all the black people.
we had the cookout on Big Brother. Do
That's
we
not
fucking?
Survivor.
But did that do anything? Does anyone know about that except people that watch Big
It's a good
Brother?
question. Probably not.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. But I feel like Shan responds in that moment. Deshaun's like, I have student loans I got to do. And she responds like, in a way that's going to make him think like I'm sacrificing a lot too. She's like, yeah, and I want to buy a house. It's tough. I'm struggling here. But he replies back like, exactly. We should all do what we want to do. Like, which is not what she wants. She wants him to say like, wow, I guess you're right. I guess we just got to do it for the culture. But his response is the opposite. Like, yeah, you should do what you want to do.
Right.
And she's like, oh shit, didn't expect that one. But we go to reward challenge, pizza under the stars.
Why does he keep saying that? Jeff is a fucking maniac. By the way, you, my friend,
Oh, I'm so wrong.
are horrible.
I think he might just keep doing it the whole time. Now.
Yeah, every week he's
no,
talking
like
to the
up
camera.
to 48. He might just be a thing he does constantly.
You just don't notice it.
yeah, I've drowned it out completely.
Holy shit. The whole thing where it's like they're coming to fucking the challenge right now and it's gonna be like extra fucking crazy. Shut up.
Well, that was
Shut
good
up,
what
Jeff.
you just did. He should do that actually.
Mhm.
But Ricard wins. He chooses Shan because she hasn't had her award. Same for Heather. And then Xander because he gave up his reward for Erica that one time.
I thought Ricard handled this beautifully.
I agree with that. Can't really, but I mean, everyone's gonna find a reason to complain, though, is the thing.
Of course,
but I agree.
The idea is to have reasons that make sense.
And those made
That
sense.
even if they're frustrated and want to complain, it will make sense in their brain.
Make
And
them
Ricard,
make
Go
them
ahead.
question like, do I look dumb on TV for complaining about this?
exactly.
Make them at least
exactly.
think about that. And I
Mhm.
think he did a good job.
He made a good case that these are the correct people to bring.
Yes. I mean, I thought this was very funny. Danny goes up to Liana and says, hey, Liana, somebody's been gaining a lot of steam in this game. And Liana goes, Shan? Erica? Ricard? And Danny's like, yeah, Ricard. Like on the first very funny. Crazy moment at the reward where Shan starts humming her song.
That was great. I loved that.
I thought
She
that was
knew
added
exactly.
in.
No, she
But
knew
then no.
exactly what she was doing there.
Yeah. Because then even she's like, oh, nothing. I'm not doing anything suspicious at
Mhm.
all.
Shan is one of the rare Survivor players that really understand how they come across on camera.
She's
I
one of those
think.
great like melds of a like character plus player.
Yes, yeah,
Like
yeah,
a
yeah.
Tony. Not quite a Tony, obviously.
like a Debbie.
Was Debbie a player?
I think so.
I don't remember Debbie being a good player. I think you're gonna say like Rob Sesternino or something.
He's not that good a character.
Right, he carried a whole season on. Imagine the Amazon
He's
without
funny.
Rob.
He's no, but he's funny. Like that. That's the
what a
thing. Like,
character is to
that
me.
doesn't make it like someone like Shan is very unique and compelling to watch.
Right, but Rob, I don't know. I don't know if I agree. That's his superpower. Was he was funny.
Yeah,
Imagine that season without Rob. That is that's sad.
I think it would still be a good season.
Who's the second best character that season?
Dina?
She might win actually. It might be
Yeah,
a good season. Liana, she's like sad. Oh, the moment with Shan, and because they're telling her we got to vote out Shan, and she's like, I don't know if I can do it. And then Shan comes back. She tells Shan, and then so Shan wants to get out Deshaun, and then that's when it goes back. Ricard goes to Deshaun, says, "Hey, Shan's plotting against you guys." I like that moment where he was surprised that she was like, "Wow, I can't believe you told me that," and she was like, it's not time yet. We shouldn't take." Was that a mistake? You think saying it's not time yet? I think just going to him. She should have just cut him. But you don't know. You don't know. I can't blame her for this.
No, I can't either. It's an easy thing to Monday morning quarterback. I didn't think it was like an offensive move at the time.
I actually liked it. Maybe like her a lot.
All right.
But another immunity challenge. Ricard wins. It's a ball on a pole, disc thing. Anyway, we go to tribal council and we. Oh, Erica. We were gonna vote out Shan, but then Erica says, "Well, if Shan plays her idol, I'll go home. So let's do a split vote, and then I won't go home." Very
I can't
cool.
believe they pulled off the split vote.
Yeah, they got everyone on board basically, except for Liana. Yeah, it's everyone but Liana and Shan. And so Shan voted out. She stands up. She says, "Ricard, I'm voting for you. Deshaun, you're a snake." Horrible.
Deshaun is horrible here at going back to camp.
Yeah. Well. Yeah,
and he knows it. He admits it the next day. Like, oh, I wish I didn't do that.
But he still wants to work with Liana. The plan is still for those three to go forward. But they just gave the numbers up to the other group.
Yeah, it was bad luck.
And Liana knows it. Like, she just keeps saying, like, you gave the game away. Why'd you guys do that? You completely just gave them the numbers. You freaking idiots. But that's not the worst thing for Liana. What's worse for her is that Xander is on top. Xander actually was on the right side of a move, and she's very upset about that. You guys gave Xander the leverage.
What's wrong with Xander?
I think back to that thing. She knew a Xander once, and so she just hates Xander because she knew a Xander at one point. Not somebody named Xander, but somebody like Xander, you know?
Sure.
And we learned about Danny's father. I thought it was crazy. He blamed him because he didn't live. That's crazy. He was like, he's supposed to be a superhero, and then he died, and I blamed him.
Well,
he
died when he was 10. 8. You know, that's 8. You said that's a tough age to lose a parent. That's going to affect you for the rest of your life. I just imagine if I lost a parent when I was 8, like that would have fucked me up.
Of course, yeah. I forgot that this little thing about Danny, but great. And then he wins a challenge too, the same episode, and breaks down. That was great.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I liked who he was talking to. He told somebody about it. I forget, Deshaun or Xander. I don't know. But Jeff says it's day 21, 7 players left. Time to face another dangerous twist and make a decision that comes with a deadly risk. Ask yourself, what would you do? Oh, incredible.
And I was like, no, I'm not going to ask myself. No.
I would compete. I don't think I'd be the first one out. But you never think you're going to be the first one out, and then you're the first one out.
Deshaun didn't think he was going to be the fucking first one out.
No. This is we talked about Malcolm earlier. This is like remember in the Philippines, Malcolm, the final challenge?
Yeah.
You have to restart it where you like have the.
That's right. And he still didn't win.
Rob explained this well in the evolution of strategy, I think, where he said this is a challenge where like if you're shaky, restarting it's not going to help because you're already shaky. So if you just like pick back up, you're still where you
honestly were. Yeah, like the only way you could really do it is if you took like a 20-minute break. But they're not going to let you do that.
Yeah, like eat an orange and digest it, and then you get back in the game.
Digest some beef stew.
Don't they eat an orange and oh no, that's the Borneo final thing. Is it like Kelly Wigglesworth eating an orange?
I don't remember that.
Watching Russell or Rudy and
Rich. No. It's
Rudy.
Rich.
Oh, Rich is obviously
because he says Rudy and Kelly. Yeah,
of course, he gave up. Yeah. So the do or die thing. Yeah, the do or die. We set it up. If you're the first one out, you have to play a game tonight, a do or die. And I thought it was gonna be like a coin flip. But then we get there and we have these 3 different things set up. That was pretty nuts. But if you're first one out, you have to play the game, but you can opt to sit out. So Heather and Liana decide to sit out. And Deshaun's first out. He's got to play the game. And Danny wins the challenge. Very emotional moment. Yeah. And we go to tribal council. We're all talking about the Shan vote. A lot of discussion about got to do it for the culture this season. That's what this whole tribal council is about, basically.
Oh, I hated this tribal council.
You did?
It was insufferable.
It was very long.
It went on that was the whole thing. Is like the it went on for so long
Yeah.
that I was like watching and I was bored. So I'm like none of these people have interesting things to say about race or it's whatever. But and every so often they cut to Jeff just like nodding, like yes, great point.
Alexander's
Like
insight. I'm
he's
just here
ever
playing a
given
game.
a fuck about black people in his life.
Oh, he does now.
He has to. Everyone's
Alexander though, like I'm just here playing a game. I never thought about that. Wow. You guys are doing a lot more in-depth stuff than I realized.
You know what though, Xander, he said like the thing you should say when
Of
you're
course.
white in that moment, like
Learning a
about
lot.
wanting to be an ally and shit. Where Heather comes in, she's just like, "Wow, I fucking never thought about this a day in my life."
I'm only 55 years old.
Yeah,
I'm learning about black people. That was hilarious.
But so I'm looking at the clock, and then it's like there's like 5 minutes left in the episode, and we still haven't done the vote, and we
Gotta
still
do or
haven't
die,
done the do
baby.
or die. And so in that moment, I was like, oh, he's definitely going home in the do or die.
Wow. Well, that's good. A little surprise.
Yeah, they faked me out, but then he didn't.
Can I
He
explain
didn't
this
vote.
thing to you?
Who went home? Ricard?
No,
No,
Liana.
sorry, Liana. Right?
Can I explain this to you? The do or die
Explain
thing?
what?
It's called the Monty Hall problem. Okay.
Yeah, that's what Xavier said.
Yeah, Xavier. Great job by Xavier in that moment.
Oh, Xander, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm watching.
That's Big Brother.
I'm watching a show right now where the main character's name is Xavier.
Wow.
That screwed me up.
What show is that? The Pit.
No, I'm watching a show on Hulu called Paradise with Sterling K. Brown.
Okay. Have you seen The Pit?
No, I'm not watching that.
Why? Why are you being so judgy about The Pit?
Because
People are liking it.
I don't need to watch Noah Wiley on my TV in 2025.
Who is he? The main nut guy?
Yeah, the guy from fucking ER.
He's
Still
in
playing
ER.
a doctor. Yeah.
They can't do that. I've been hearing the
know.
whole time, like, wow, this show's a lot like ER. They literally have a guy from ER.
Yes.
And I'm never gonna watch it. I hate that.
Yeah. Fuck, it's fucking stupid. If you want to watch that, you know what's a good show?
ER?
ER. Yeah.
Go watch ER or Scrubs or Grey's Anatomy. There are other shows.
All great. All great.
But the thing is about the Monty Hall problem. Basically, I remember when you remember Christian Hubicki?
He's that little fucking nerd.
Sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember him coming on Survivor Know-It-Alls this night when this happened.
Oh wow.
And he had like a whiteboard behind him and he was like, well, this is how it all happens. And he like drew on the whiteboard. Basically, it looks like a 33% chance, but it is 50% if you switch.
Right.
So Deshaun, he doesn't switch. He just gets lucky basically. Because if you switch, you're basically taking either the one you picked or the better of the other two options, because Jeff takes one away and he's always going to take away the shit one.
Right.
So
Right.
so it's basically 50-50. You can either have the one you picked or the best of these two. And Deshaun sticks with the one he picks and gets lucky. But very cool. I never knew about that. And I remember learning a lot from Christian that night. I thought that was pretty cool. The Monty Hall problem. Xander knew it though.
Well, Monty Hall, that was like a game show host in the 70s, 60s.
I don't know.
Yeah, and it was something like that. But listen, I've heard Christian is rumored for 50.
Yeah. I would think he's a lock.
You would?
Of like the people that never came back.
Has he never come back?
He never came back.
Oh, that's ridiculous. They should definitely put him on.
Like him, Dominic Abate, Rick Devens. Like those are people that Survivor loves.
We've never seen Rick Devens again. That's
no.
wild.
I know. So I'm sure he'll be back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would bet Christian will be there. So we lose Liana. Goodbye, Liana. See you later. And that's it. You still going with Ricard as your winner pick?
I mean, he's still
You
there.
can't switch it up, no?
Yeah, I don't want to switch it up, but so
You can
I'll
either
stick
take
with Ricard.
Ricard or the better of all of these options, Xander. Which one would you like? Ricard or
I'll
Xander?
stick with Ricard.
Wow.
He'll,
All right.
he'll be the first hard of hearing winner ever.
With a pregnant husband.
They'll talk to Christy via satellite at the reunion show.
That would be awesome. Brenda,
Mhm.
Brenda, we
Like
did
Brenda,
when she was pregnant.
yeah.
I forgot about
Brenda.
that. That was awesome.
Fucking love Brenda. God damn
Oh,
it. Put her on 50.
honestly, she's like, we should do top 25 Survivor crushes of all time.
You think she'd be on there for you?
Top 25, of course.
Probably 25 for me.
That's
too,
so
yeah.
many.
But she'd be low on the 25.
She'd be around like 15.
Maybe.
I have to take myself
I have a
back.
lot, Logan. I have many
know you
Survivor
do.
crushes.
But I have to take myself back to like when I was watching the season, and she was definitely up there. You'd go like the fire dancer,
Yeah, Angie from Palau.
Angie. Oh, I thought okay. I was thinking I'd go Angie Philippines, cookies, and no, just kidding.
Get out of here.
There was the one. Isn't there there was a white girl on Cook Islands? She was friends with
White
Penner.
girl on Cook Island. Oh, fucking Sierra.
No, Cook Islands white tribe. Sorry, guys.
I'd have that red. I'd have Hannah Shapiro. Who's the red? You love her too?
red.
Yeah, for Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria. I would have her. I would put her on Survivor 50.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I'm forgetting this girl's name. Jessica Smith.
Jessica Smith. I don't remember that person. Did I have a crush on her?
Flicka.
Oh
Nickname
wait,
Flicka.
that does sound familiar. I think I
I
did
was
have a
just trying to
crush
think
on
of like
fucking
weird
Flicka.
alt girls.
Yeah,
Sorry
yeah,
that took so long.
that's okay.
She was like one of the white girls on Cook Islands, like the first one we voted out.
Flicka.
Not
Oh
Candace
yeah,
or Parvati.
yeah. She might make the list.
She's so obscure. Natalie
That's
Bolton, would
funny.
she make your list?
No way, fake boobs. Get out of here.
Oh, my bad. True.
Mm,
Natalie Tenorelli?
no.
No? We gotta
No.
do this. This would be fun. It'd be fun for me. All right. That's it on Survivor. Anything else? Next week we'll just finish it. Next 2 episodes. Are you excited for the next
There's only 2
seasons?
episodes left?
Yeah, we got like the next episode and then like the finale plus reunion thing.
Holy shit. All right.
I think it's probably like 3 hours long though.
Yeah,
So,
probably. And then we'll start the Jackie Robinson season.
that's right. That's a good call. Yeah.
Mhm.
I won't spoil if a black person wins.
They better.
What
I hope,
should cast all
I hope
black
there's
people.
never a white winner ever again.
That'd have been good for the 42 all black cast. Why didn't we do that? That honestly would have been kind of cool.
I don't know. Too many white people watch the show.
It's 1 season. Come
I
on.
know. They never take the risk.
Yeah. Well, on the 13th one, we split them up by race.
That's
Do that
true.
again.
And they got a shit ton of backlash for it.
It's good that not a white person won that season, though. Can you imagine?
Yeah, that would be wild.
There's not even one in the final 3 or 4.
Yeah. What if Sierra won that season?
Who's Sierra?
Isn't that girl? Candace. I'm so sorry.
You think
I was
about
getting her.
Tocantins?
Yeah.
That's
No,
crazy.
yeah, that's wild. Holy
Sierra
shit.
Reed.
Yeah.
One Tyson bullied the
Oh,
whole time.
She might be on my crush list. And
Really?
Sugar.
She's too annoying, Sierra Reed. And Sugar. I like Sugar more.
I don't find them annoying. I like the whole time, and when everyone was like dunking on Sierra Reed the whole season of Tocantins, I was like, I wish I was out there to tell her she's cool.
No, I get that. I obviously get that. But why like Sierra when Aaron Lobdell's right there? They're the same season.
Yeah, they're both great.
I feel like Aaron had a boyfriend. She keeps talking about like my boyfriend.
Sierra, but Sierra had this like horizontal striped shirt that I thought was really sexy.
I remember it, yeah.
Yeah.
But how can anyone else be sexy when Tyson's on the season? You have to wait till
Well.
Tyson gets voted out to appreciate Sierra's.
I guess
Beauty.
you're right. Mhm.
Anyway, shout out Tyson. Great podcast. If you don't listen to Tyson's podcast,
I've heard he's doing a great job. Yeah.
I love it. He had Ryman on Bledsoe. Spencer Bledsoe.
Oh, yeah,
Versus Spencer
yeah,
Bledsoe. I listened to it. It was pretty interesting.
yeah.
Mhm.
Let's see. Did he talk about how shitty trans people are?
He did mention that, yeah. He didn't say how shitty they are, but he was like, I get like some tweets online that are like, "Why do you hate trans people so much?" And I don't. I don't really know where that came from. I don't hate trans people at all. So he sort
Mm,
of defended it.
okay, okay. You know who really hates trans people though? Nick, that guy
Really?
that won that one season.
Yeah, Nick. Forgot his name.
Yeah, he's like a conservative politician now, and like part of his whole like platform is that he hates trans people.
Really, Nick Wilson.
Yeah, Nick Wilson.
They should have voted for Mike White.
Of course, they should have voted for Mike White.
Or
All
I
right.
just White Lotus finale was last night. Didn't love it. I was
Interesting.
pretty unsatisfied.
I'm waiting for Dallas to bang out the second season, then I'm gonna watch it with her.
Mm-hmm. She hasn't seen the second season.
Yeah, and I didn't want to rewatch the second season, so I told her to watch that one without me. And then,
Maybe it's good. Maybe you like learn because you watched the first one and it cemented it as one of the best shows ever.
I think I already suspected it was.
But if you watch two, maybe you're like, oh, better than I thought.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe I should have done it, but she already started it.
I'm thinking about it. There's not really much I want to go back and revisit though
Yeah.
from season two. There's not
I
even like a
just-
character. I'm like, ooh.
I just like that scene in the finale where the father and the son and the grandfather all check out the same lady's ass.
That's good. They might do that in the premiere too. Yeah.
All right. I have to go to work. It's
Mhm.
been great talking Survivor with you. Hey, guys, next week we'll be back and we'll talk about more Survivor and we'll finish season 41. It's going to be risky. It's going to be tough. Let's see how it goes.
What would you do?